What's going on, everybody? Josh with Blue Coats Academy here. Hope everyone's doing well. So, there's a major misconception going on. And that is when all of our military members want to say that by going overseas and fighting in someone else's yard is fighting for our freedom. Let me let you in on something. When we were in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom, we were not fighting for our freedom. We were fighting for theirs. Because they're too fucking stupid to fight for their own. Not to mention we were there for the oil. Okay? Under the guise of Iraqi freedom. Just because our government or stupid people want to say that, oh, I'm going to war to fight for your freedom. Let me tell you something. The only way that you're going to fight for our freedom, mine included, yours included, is if you're fighting on our soil against domestic threats. I.e., our government. Or an invading force. Okay? That's it. If we had the Russians drop people onto our soil tomorrow, guess what? Then we'd be fighting for our freedom. But sending 3,000 troops to Romania, Poland, Germany, that's not fighting for our freedom. That's fighting for everyone else's. Ladies and gentlemen, our military is not made to fight everyone's battles. We're not here to worry about anybody else's freedoms. Folks, when you take an oath to our Constitution to protect our country. The last time we had an attack on home soil was World War II. And there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, September 11th. Folks, that was an inside job done by our government. Because the World Trade Center was costing people too fucking much to run. Yeah. Each one of those buildings was 3 buildings stacked on top of each other. Okay? They destroyed those buildings for the insurance money. Alright? Agree or disagree, I don't give a shit. The truth is the truth. And I'm going to tell you. Only the truth. So, we haven't fought a war on our soil since the Civil War and the War of 1812 and the Revolution. Okay? And all 3 of those were fighting for our freedom. My freedom, your freedom. Sending troops overseas to every other fucking country in the world is not fighting for our freedom. It's fighting for everyone else's freedom. So, before you go telling people you fought for our freedom, take a really good look at where you were. Because you were fighting for either their resources, government money, or for some other bullshit cause that was drummed up by our government so they can acquire land and resources. Our government's been lying to us day in, day out for the last, I don't know how many freaking years. Tired of it, man. I'm really fucking tired of it. Folks, if you're too scared to stand up and push back, the problem will never go away. Period. The end. It will never stop. It'll only get worse. And you know what? The more you push back, the more they show their hand. Because look what's going on in Canada right now. And I'm going to use them as an example because it's a really damn good example. All right? The Canadian truckers have been sitting out there honking their horns, dancing up a fucking storm, yelling their profanities, saying what they want to say, doing what they're going to do, all right, playing peaceful. And the government and all their police chiefs have been demonizing them since day one. Okay, they've been they're stealing their resources and trying to do. And the police chief actually went on the air and threatened his own police force with jail time if they were to dare help out the citizenry that they were employed to protect. Yeah. Real nice. And because they're doing that, and because they're talking out the side of their head, all stupid and shit, that just shows you where their loyalties lie. If the police are loyal to the government, but the government is unloyal and is a huge disservice to their people, then they're all the enemy and they all must be dealt with firmly and harshly. That's the only way to get a message across. It's just like when you're in school. You have a bully that keeps on picking on you day in, day out, giving you shit, tripping you, stealing your book bag, stealing your lunch money. How long are you going to let that go on before you go up to that bully and punch him in the face, beat him to a pulp in front of everybody, and teach him a lesson so he dare not fuck with you again? That's how we handled bullies in my day. When I was a kid growing up, you bullied me, I beat your ass in front of everybody. And you stopped bullying, but real fucking fast. When a government decides to bully its citizens, it's the job of the citizens to beat their ass. Freedom was not won by being polite. It was not won by being peaceful. Freedom came at a very heavy cost. Now, for all those who are willing to pay that cost, fucking like and subscribe to this video and stand with me, because I sure as fuck will stand with you. For all those who are not willing to pay that cost, you're a disgrace. Go find somewhere to fucking hide. You are useless. I don't give a fuck what your condition is. I don't care how old you are. There's a spot for everyone. You might not be able to swing your fist, but you can help in other ways. I don't care if you're fucking wheelchair bound or on crutches. There is a spot for you in this fight. Not every person needs to hold a rifle. Not every single person needs to be out there fucking kicking doors and beating ass. No. There's a spot for everyone. So, get off your ass. You want to stand for freedom? Then be willing to bleed. Because that's the only way you're going to win freedom back. The only way to take anything is by force. You can't ask. They laugh. When you ask, they laugh. When you demand, they get smart. But it's when they try to muscle you and bully you that they show their true colors, and then they leave themselves vulnerable. So you attack, and you keep attacking. You don't let up until they call, until they say no more. We're done. We quit. And even when they're on the way out, running away like little bitches, you keep on kicking them in the ass. You make it too hard, too painful for them to keep going. Make them want to quit. When you break their spirits, so much so, they will never dare try this shit again. Folks, it's time to stand up. You need to be about it. You need to. The fate of our country, the fate of your children's future, depend on it. Because if you don't want your kids or your grandkids ending up as proverbial slaves to an already broken and corrupt system, if you want your kids to be able to enjoy freedom in its entirety, you gotta be willing to fight for it. It's the only way it's gonna get done. Now, I already know there's gonna be people, oh, he's advocating for violence. Meh, 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 meh. To all you fucking idiots out there, shut the fuck up. I don't really give a fuck what you gotta think. You wanna kill with kindness. Let me tell you something. Kindness doesn't kill anything. It tickles the shit out of them, make them want to laugh. Kindness tickles people. Pain hurts. Kill people with kindness. There's no such thing as killing anything with kindness. You can't. It's impossible. Think about it. Don't be afraid of a police. Don't be afraid of the cops. They work for the government. They're enemies too. Until they drop that badge and say, no, we stand united with our people, is when they become the good guys. I mean, look at what's going on. The left has done nothing but burn down our cities. And they just say, oh, well, it's the summer of love. And they're doing it for illegitimate reasons. But when you get people that are peacefully protesting, like the truckers are, they demonize them left and right. Why? Because they're standing for something that actually means something. Those little soy boy leftards that are running around screaming stupid shit, calling everybody a racist, they're the problem. And when you got police, government, city officials, and all these other idiots saying how wonderful they are, they're only saying how wonderful they are until they're beating down their doors. And then they're scared. This country's fucked. But you know what? It only takes a few good men to get the job done. So, start saying, no, we will not have this. A business wants you to wear a mask, tell them to go fuck themselves. Your job has mandates, tell them to go fuck themselves. Put their ass out of business. You want to follow mandates and regulation and all this extra shit? You have no business in my America, in our America, because America is for the free, where we will go into any business we want without a mask, without a shot, without any of that bullshit. We will work, earn our livelihoods, and create prosperous lives for ourselves with zero government overreach, zero local government overreach. But it's going to take some heavy hands to get there. And it's going to take a lot of boots. I'm getting tired of hearing people bitching and complaining about the ATF and the NFA and all this extra shit. Do something about it. Period. The end. Do something about it. They don't make the rules that you have to follow. Who the fuck said you had to follow their rules? Slaves follow rules. Free people don't follow a damn thing. You lead. When you're free, you lead. When you're enslaved, you follow. That's the way that works. I will not bow to no man. I will not listen to laws and authority. I am defiant. Because I am a leader and because I am free. No man, no entity, no three-letter acronym will do a damn thing to me. They can't. They cannot touch me. Why? Because I'm free. And so are all y'all. Trust me, we outnumber them like 100 to fucking 1. But Josh, they got military hardware. So? All that shit's defeatable. We have strength in numbers. We have our own resources. So what's your argument now? They're going to send bombs and planes and they put warheads on foreheads. No, they're not. Because a government that attacks a civilian population will be condemned by the world, and every ally that we have, they'll turn their backs on us in a heartbeat. Folks, we are quickly going from having the best country in the world to having one of the worst countries in the world. And only we can stop it. So I ask you, are you willing to step up and do what needs to be done? Or will you cower in the shadows and wait until those officials, officers, come and take you away? But it's in the name of public safety. There is no name for public safety. The public is in charge of their own fucking safety. You are in charge of your own safety. Not the cops, not the government. So, I know this is it's approaching 20-minute mark. So I want to leave you with that. Think about it. And I hope this resonates with you. I hope enough people see this video and say, you know what? I fucking had enough of this bullshit. All these rules, all these regulations trying to tell me I need to do this, this, and this in order to work, make a paycheck, get health care, or do anything for that matter. You don't. Live your life. But when called to serve, get your ass up off that couch and fucking serve. You were born with an obligation. And if you don't want it, take the first plane to some other fucking country, because we sure as fuck don't want you here. This nation is built by patriots. So get ready to stand, and stand tall, and stand fast. So either stand for something or believe in anything. Because if you believe in anything, you're going to get duped. But if you stand for something, not only will you encourage others to stand up with you, but your grandkids and everyone else's grandkids and kids and future generations will all look back and say, that was what leadership is. Those individuals fought in the 21st century to keep us free, to give our kids the chance to fucking go out, go to whatever school they want, eat whatever they want, drive whatever they want, fuck whatever they want, whatever. If we do nothing now, they won't have a future. Period. And it doesn't matter who you elect into office, because every election going forward is going to be rigged. You think we live in a democracy? Folks, we're not a democracy. The United States is a representative republic. There is no democracy in a representative republic. Think about it. So, do the right thing. Because the future generations, their freedom depends on our actions. So, y'all take care. Have a good night. Like, subscribe, share. And stop being afraid. Because fear is the biggest crippler in the world. Fear will get you killed. But brave, fortune favors the brave. Time to stand on the right side of history. Have a good night, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. My love to all those patriots out there that are actually standing up and doing the right thing. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Because when you're doing it for the right reason, you're not wrong. So, take care.